Number 30, here are two vectors. Vector A is equal to 4 meters in the I direction minus 3 meters in the J direction, and vector B is equal to 6 meters in the I direction plus 8 meters in the J direction. What are letter A, the magnitude, and letter B, the angle of vector A? What are letter C, the magnitude, and D, the angle of B? What are the magnitude and the angle of A plus B, the magnitude and the angle of A minus B, the magnitude and the angle of A minus B, and what is the angle between the directions of B minus A and A minus B? So we have two vectors, vector A, which is equal to 4 meters in the I direction minus 3 in the J direction in meters, and vector B, which is equal to 6 in the I direction plus 8 in the J direction, also in meters. For letter A and B, we only have to use vector A. So the answer of letter A is just the magnitude of vector A, which is the square root of each component squared. 4 squared plus minus 3 squared, and this is equal to 5 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 5 meters. So this is the answer of letter A. For letter B, we want the angle relative to I hat. So the angle is equal to the tangent to the minus 1 of the y component of the vector over the x component of the vector. And this gives us two different answers. It gives us minus 37 degrees and plus, let's see, plus 143, roughly 43 degrees. So we have to choose which one is the correct one. The easiest way is just draw the vector. For example, this is x, this is y, so the vector is positive in the I direction and negative in the J direction, so it should be something like this. This is our vector, and you have to choose which one is the correct angle, minus 37 or plus 143. 143 is something like this, and of course this is minus 37 degrees. This is the correct answer for letter B. Letter C, the magnitude of vector B. So the magnitude of vector B is just the square root of each term squared, 6 plus 8 squared, and this is equal to 10 meters. Letter D, we want the angle. So the angle, this is the same process as this one over here. So it is the tangent to the minus 1 of by over bx, and this is equal to the tangent to the minus 1 of 8 over 6, and this gives us 53 degrees and 233 degrees. So we are going to draw the vector so it's easier to see which is the correct answer. So this is x, this is y, and our vector is positive in the x and the y direction, so it is something like this, and this is 53 degrees. Of course, it's not 233 degrees, so 53 degrees is the answer of letter D. Letter E, we want A plus B. So the first thing that we have to do is to sum A plus B. This would be equal to 10 in the I direction plus 5 in the J direction, and it is in meters. So the magnitude of the vector is equal to the square root of 10 squared plus 5 squared, and this gives us roughly 11 meters. Letter F, the angle. Okay, so the angle is the same, equal to the tangent to the minus 1 or arctangent of A plus B in the y direction over A plus B, the x component. So you understand this notation, right? So this is the y component of this vector over here, and this is the x component of this vector, which is 10. So this would be tangent to the minus 1 of 5/10. And this gives us, let's see, 27 degrees. And also 207 degrees. So we have to choose which one is the correct one. So let us do the same thing again. So let's see, it is positive in the x and y direction, so it's something like this, and this is 27 degrees. So the correct answer is 27 degrees. This is letter F. Letter G, now we want B minus A. B minus A is equal to 2 in the I direction, plus 11 in the J direction, in meters as well. And the magnitude of the vector is equal to the square root of 2 squared plus 11 squared, and this gives us 11 meters as well. So letter G, letter H. Now we want the angle, so it is the same process, tangent to the -1 of the x component. So how do I write this correctly? I'll just write the y component over the x component. So, and this gives us 80 degrees and 260 degrees. So again, you have to draw, and since both are positive, the x and the y component, and again, this is the correct answer. So the correct answer is 80 degrees. Okay, so now going to letter I. The magnitude and A minus B. Now we want A minus B, which is equal to -2 in the I direction, minus 11. Is that it? Minus 11 in the J direction. So this is the vector, which is in meters, and we have to calculate the magnitude of the vector. We're going to do exactly the same thing that we already done several times here. So minus 11 squared, and this gives us 11 meters as well. Okay, so now we are letter J. We want the angle, so is also the tangent to the -1 of minus 11 over -2, and this also gives us two different answers, 80 and 260. You can see that it is the same calculation, this one and this one. So now it's easy to see why we have two different answers, right? Because now our vector is negative in the x direction and negative in the y direction, so our vector is something like this. And of course the angle is not 80 degrees, it is 260 degrees, this angle over here. So this is the correct answer. So letter K, what is the angle between the directions B minus A and then minus B? Well, just make the difference. The difference is 260 degrees minus 80 degrees, which gives us 180 degrees. That's the answer of letter K. And that's it.